Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. My name is Kelsey, and today we are back with another pick a card reading, and we are looking at what your spiritual or psychic gifts are at the time that you find yourself at this video. So we all have a wide range of gifts and abilities that we're able to tap into, to tune into, but what I'm going to be focusing on here is the one or two that come through in this reading. That does not mean that that is all there is, or even that that is the one that you are aware of, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there, but let's go ahead, you guys. On the screen in front of you, we have 3 different images to choose from, and I'm going to ask you guys to take a deep breath, ground yourself, connect to your intuition, connect to your guides, and ask which one of these 3 images is holding the messages surrounding your psychic or spiritual gifts that you need to hear at the time that you find yourself at this video. Once you have chosen a pile, I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment. So go ahead, take your time, pause the video if you still need a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 1. Hello, my beautiful group number 1. Those of you that resonated with image number 1, this reading is for you, and we're going to jump right into it, okay? So I do want to say, coming into your reading, group number 1, a couple of the energies that I'm picking up on. First of all, I am very strongly picking up on Goddess Isis, so this may be an energy that you work with or that has been calling out to you, as well as the color pink. So the color pink for me generally speaks of gentleness, of healing, and of self-love. So I do feel those energies coming in here into your reading as well. So let's go ahead here, you guys, and get into your cards. We're going to start with the tarot, and then I'll move on and pull some oracle cards for you as well as roll the astro dice, okay? So group number 1, tuning into the people who chose group number 1, to the souls who chose group number 1. Okay, so there's like heavy, almost mother energy here, or mothering energy here. We have the 10 of Needles, the Devil, and the 3 of Candles. Okay. So group number 1, starting off here, the energy of your spiritual or psychic gifts is the 10 of Needles, or the 10 of Swords here. So I do strongly feel like you guys are healers, and I feel like you guys are healers in a way where you help other people, other souls, as well as, you know, just the collective, the world, heal from wrongdoings. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you may be very gifted in the ability to help people heal from heartbreak, from past relationships, relationship trauma, sexual trauma, as well as I really feel like for some of you guys, you may even kind of lean towards the kind of like the legal side of this. You may be a lawyer or help somebody, you know, fight for their rights. There's just something here, group number 1, where you are kind of an advocate for those who are, you know, in the midst of their rock bottom. Like, you are an advocate for those who don't have their basic needs met. You may even find that you are drawn to working in homeless shelters, or you may be the person that stops on the street and puts money in the cup for people who need it. There's just something here very strongly, at the essence of a healer, very strongly the essence of a nurturer to those that are less fortunate specifically. With the devil here, I feel like group number 1, you guys may have, I am also picking up on helping people heal from addictions or codependencies, habits. There's something here about, like, I don't care if they got themselves into this situation or it was their own choices that put them where they are. I'm going to help them get out of this situation. I'm going to help them climb out of this pit. I'm going to help them move upwards from rock bottom type energy. There's just something here, group number 1, where you are not okay with, watching other people not have their needs met or suffer. And that's beautiful. The world needs more people like you, group number 1. So definitely strong light worker overall energy is definitely something that I'm picking up here. And I feel like with the devil here, this is 10th house energy, this is Capricorn energy, and I feel like this is meant to be your job. You're meant to explore this as a job, and this is a general reading, so everybody here is going to express this gift a little bit differently, but you're being asked to explore it. With the 3 of Candles, you're being asked to kind of explore where this gift will take you, because I feel like it's going to take you to places you've never been before, right? I see group number 1, you guys being my souls that end up over in a completely different country, or going to places where natural disasters have struck and helping rebuild homes, helping nourish and nurture children who don't have access to healthcare or running water. I see you being that soul, and I see that this is supposed to be your job. Okay, so let's go ahead, group number 1, and I'm going to roll the astro dice for you. And we're going to go a little bit deeper into this. Group number 1. Okay, so we have 12th house energy, we have Mars energy, and Sagittarius energy. So we do have a lot of fire energy here. I feel like group number 1, you guys are definitely my souls who will kind of fight the battle for other people. You will definitely be quick to stand up for others. You can't just stand by when people are getting bullied or put down or taken advantage of. You guys are definitely like my healers, my advocates. You speak for people who don't have a voice. And with 12th house energy, this is Pisces energy, this is spiritual energy, this is divine energy, and I feel like you guys just have a presence about you that lets other people know that you are safe or that you will bring safety to them. So group number 1, I feel like a big part of your life purpose in this lifetime is to provide a safe harbor for the less fortunate. You may even offer spiritual services to people who aren't able to afford them in a business setting or in a typical setting. You may be going to homeless shelters or again, I'm seeing like places where natural disasters have struck and offering energy healing or tarot readings or counseling of some sort is something that I'm seeing here. And then we also have Sagittarian energy, and this is that's kind of like that shamanic journey, that spiritual journey, that need for freedom to explore where this takes you. You guys are my philosophers, right? There's just something here, group number 1, where it's like, I will not stand for somebody to suffer or to have less than what they deserve strictly because they don't have the financial income or because they weren't able to put themselves in the right circumstances, or they weren't in the right place at the right time, or whatever that was. You guys kind of provide that right place, right time energy to people whom aren't able to obtain that themselves. That's beautiful. So group number 1, you guys may also find that you're very drawn maybe to like spiritual retreats where you travel for spiritual exploration in some way, shape, or form. That is something that's coming through here as well. So maybe you're meant to host spiritual retreats as well, group number 1. Let's go ahead and pull another card for you, group number 1. Okay, we have 2 that want to come out. So we have Peacemaker. Yes, you're being called to explore using your skills of I have such a hard time pronouncing this word, and I don't know why. Diplomacy. You're being called to explore using your skills of diplomacy, ideals of fairness, and compassion to find fair solutions. Yes. And then we also have astral travels. You're being called to communicate with spirits, entities, and guides in the astral realms to retrieve and share the message. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are definitely meant to almost be like the in-between between spirit and people whom aren't able to connect to spirit on their own. That is definitely something that's here. But especially with this astral travel, again, we're getting this energy of traveling, of exploration, of journeying. You guys may even be very deep into meditations or astral travel, and that may be something that you're meant to kind of offer in a career-based energy, a career-based situation or environment, okay? We have here the power symbol: cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. And we have the sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. Some of you guys are meant to be very well known for the services that you provide. Maybe you're meant to, share this energy online or in front of an audience, but I'm really feeling like almost like the mediums and things that end up on TV with like their own show or writing a book. There's just something here where it's like you're meant to be very well known for the gifts that you have and the gifts that you share with the world. And then lastly, we have Awen, 3 rays of light, balancing male and female energies, peace and harmony. Yeah, so there's definitely a strong emphasis here on being this kind of peaceful, this peace bringer, this balancer of the scales, really helping people rise up out of very difficult situations, being the sun that kind of brings life back into the world, okay? Even when it's dark and you feel like, you know, the whole world's against you, you've hit rock bottom. Maybe some people are using or addicted to certain energies or substances. You are the light that helps them rise out of that darkness, that helps them rise out of those habits, those patterns of behavior. You are a chain breaker, group number 1, okay? You are definitely a light worker. If I had to sum it all up in one word, that would be the word that I used. And you're meant to use your own connection to spirit and to your guides, your ancestors, to help kind of guide you so that you're able to know what these other individuals need. You're very intuitive and you're very good at understanding what each individual needs, even without them knowing, even without them having to tell you. It's like you just know what they need. You know what energy they need. You are a fighter for those that are less fortunate. I love that, group number 1. Like I said, the world needs more people like this. I love that. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this reading. Let me know what other kinds of readings you guys would like to see, and consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 2. Those of you that chose pile number 2 here, image number 2, this reading is for you. And we are looking at your spiritual or psychic gifts and abilities, what Spirit wants to tell you about these. So starting off here, group number 2, a big energy that I'm picking up on is kind of almost like connecting to spirit through movement. So this could come through in different ways for different people here, as this is a general reading, but I'm really picking up on like certain yoga movements, as well as almost like spiritual dance, trance dance type energies. But yeah, I'm really picking up on physical movement being a way for you to connect to spirit, which is very interesting. You guys may have a lot of earth-based energy within you, within your birth chart, or just may be what you resonate with. But there's something very almost like physical or tangible about your spiritual gifts that you bring to this world. So if you've never done yoga or any kind of spiritual dance or anything like that, that may be something that you might want to try if you're able to, okay? So let's go ahead. Group number 2, connecting to the souls that resonated with group number 2. Let's see what your spiritual gifts are. Okay. So we have the Ace of Presents, the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, there's a very tangible, physical kind of energy surrounding your abilities here. Some of you guys may currently be in kind of like this manifestation phase where you're very focused on bringing things into the physical reality, or that just may be something that you're very good at. But that's definitely here. And we also have the 11 of Needles. So with the 11 of Needles, what I'm seeing here, group number 2, is that you may have a tendency to kind of run yourself ragged or burn yourself out doing things that you don't want to do or that you know aren't going to contribute to the outcome that you want, but you feel like you have to do them. So I feel like Spirit here is really wanting to tell you to focus on reprioritizing your time or your energy, or kind of how you structure your day, potentially your routine, for some of you guys, in order to make it more manageable mentally and physically and emotionally, you know. We have the 8 of Potions. So there's a need to let go of control. Group number 2, that's a big message coming through here. I feel like that's a big message that your guides want you to have in regards to your manifestations, as well as in regards to just, you know, maybe even life in general. But there's definitely something here where your guides and your ancestors are saying, like, you have to let go of control in order for your manifestations to come in the best possible way. I feel like group number 2, you guys are very strong, very gifted manifestors. You're very good at bringing things into this 3D reality. But it's almost, what I'm hearing is that you've taken the, like, you have to take physical action aspect of this a little bit too far. Interesting. We have the Tower and the 10 of Presents. I love that. So group number 2, with the Tower here, I feel like your guides are saying, in regards to your spiritual abilities, you have to allow them to be what they are instead of trying to force them to be something else. Again, there's this need for release. So some of you guys, there's a need to make room, to clear out the clutter. There is a need to use what you have as well. So some of you guys may have a tendency to be like, well, I want to make this spell candle to manifest abundance, and you go to the store and you buy a candle and you buy all the herbs that you need and you go buy the crystals that you want, and you know, you go try to find a new bowl to make, like a money bowl, and it's like you spend all of this money trying to invest into this manifestation. And I feel like that's what Spirit is really talking about here. It's like, use what you have, you know, because you're not really bringing in abundance if you are spending as much as you're bringing in, right? So there's something about that here. And actually, this is the 2 of Needles. I looked at it and I read 11, which made me think the Jack, but that's the 2 of Needles. So there is also, with this Tower here, I feel like you have a very strong gift of creating change. You are able to create change. You are able to create new things. And I feel like group number 2, Spirit is saying here, like, you are needing to choose change. There may be something going on in your life right now where you are resisting change or viewing it as a negative thing because it's maybe asking you to let go of something or to reevaluate a choice that you've made. Interesting. And then we also have the 10 of Presents here, group number 2, and this is, again, really solidifying that you have that ability to build abundance and to build a legacy. Some of you guys may even, like, you really, really thrive with money magic, as well as ancestral magic. You may be my souls who came into this world to break ancestral kind of cycles, and with that you are very gifted in being able to connect to that ancestral a bloodline. You guys are very, very gifted in connecting to bloodlines. Interesting. Some of you guys may even be interested in blood magic. That's something that's coming through here. And you're meant to leave a legacy. You're meant to leave an inheritance for somebody that comes after you in some way, shape, or form. So I do feel like group number 2, you guys are meant to build an empire here in this world, and your gifts allow you to do that in a very major way. And I feel like you are currently in kind of the midst of this awakening or this transformation that's really bringing you into that power to create in this 3D world. And maybe, you know, doing like that physical movement that we talked about in the beginning may really help you kind of embody that by embracing, you know, the physical body and through that, the physical world. You guys may be my souls that tend to be very detached from this physical world, and that may be where this change is needing to happen, needing to allow yourself to be in a part of this physical world in order to build in it, okay? Interesting. Let's go ahead and I'm going to roll the Astro Dice to get a little bit more information here for you. Group number 2. Wow. So we have the 2nd house and Taurus, and the 2nd house is ruled or governed by Taurus. The 2nd house is also the house of wealth. It's the house that represents our possessions, our physical belongings, our wealth, our luxury, our abundance. Okay? Taurus is an earth sign. Okay? You guys are meant to create wealth and abundance. You're meant to create something that brings that in. So you're meant to build something, group number 2. You're meant to build something with your hands potentially, but really creating something in this physical world that maybe turns into a business or that somebody buys from you. Maybe an artist. Maybe for some of you guys, feng shui may be very, very powerful for you. You may be very, very gifted in feng shui. Wow. Because we also have Pluto here, and this talks about transformation. This talks about change. This talks about the unknown and our ability to really embrace the unknown. I'm also, excuse me, really feeling sacral chakra energy here, which does very much so embody our finances, our inheritance, but also the occult. So I feel like you guys are very connected to the unknown. You're very gifted intuitively, and using your intuition to guide you in this physical world is going to lead you to wealth, a wealth of beauty, a wealth of abundance, luxury, building a legacy, building an empire is going to happen through your intuition and your ability to manifest from that. Wow. Okay. So let's pull a couple more cards. Group number 2. Again, I'm really feeling this ancestral magic with Pluto. I do feel like some of you guys here are very, very gifted in maybe, I want to say blood magic. So that's going to mean different things to different people here, but I do really feel that. We have Katapramancy. You're being called to explore the past, present, and future by tuning into the frequencies of the universe with a mirror. Glamour magic may be very powerful for you as well. And I'm hearing like through the looking glass, through the looking glass. So Alice in Wonderland, through the looking glass, may have some insight for you, group number 2. But you're being called to explore past, present, and future. You guys are very gifted in working with those energies, the past, the ancestors, you know, the present, and being present in your physical body and in this physical world, and the future of what you're going to build, the empire, right? Coaching, you're being called to explore transformational mentorship to bring clarity, insight, and healing for growth and transformation. You guys are natural born leaders, and you are meant to build a following in some way, shape, or form. And this is how you're going to have something to leave behind, that legacy, right? Your legacy is not only healing your past and your bloodline and your ancestors and breaking like ancestral cycles, but it's also creating a new future that you're being asked to lead your following through. Interesting. This is a very interesting group here. Very interesting group. We also have spiritual decor consultant. You are being called to explore clearing, balancing, and maintaining subtle energy fields within a space that supports one's purpose through design and decor. Again, the feng shui energy coming through here quite strongly for group number 2. Interesting. You know, with this mirror, we could be very gifted at scrying as well. So if that's something you feel called to, definitely give that a try, because I feel like you guys may be able to manifest that way by really channeling messages from the divine, from the universe, that will really help you understand how to move forward and what actions you have to take, instead of just taking every action you can and hoping something sticks, okay? Let's pull a couple more cards here. Group number 2. We have healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. You guys are definitely healers, but I feel like your healing abilities come through in this physical world. Maybe physical healing, helping, you know, maybe you're meant to be like a yoga teacher, or some sort of instructor in that manner that really helps people connect their physical body to the spiritual realm. Wow. We have happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. These are the people that you are leading. And you're leading with your heart. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and it's a very heart-based energy, right? Your abundance, your wealth, your legacy is going to be built out of love. And we also have power symbol, cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. You guys are definitely meant to instruct other people on potentially their environment and how to produce a productive environment, an environment that is conducive to their healing, to their well-being. Glamour magic, very strong here. Fashion, makeup, utilizing those type of things to help create alignment for yourself and others potentially, as well as the very strong essence here of coaching others through physical movement to be able to connect to spirit, whether that be coaching, maybe coaching meditations, yoga, trans dance. There's so many different possibilities, but really I feel like that's really the main kind of part of this. And this may be something that you've thought about, but something that you've been resisting. And the universe really wants you to embody that, to embrace this change and allow yourself to go in this new direction. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this reading. Let me know if you chose this pile. Let me know what other readings you guys would like to see. And consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that connected and resonated with image number 3, this reading is for you, and we are looking at your spiritual gifts and what messages your guides have for you in regards to these at this time, group number 3. So coming into your reading, you guys, and connecting to this energy, I keep hearing the song, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So that's coming through here. And I also am really picking up on mediumship here, as well as banishment. Very fiery energy. There's something here, group number 3, where you guys may really be very good at protection, banishment, clearing. It's some clearing energy. And with that, I feel like, you know, you may have to be very careful with your words and the things that you say out of anger, is something that's coming through here as well, because you may say things out of anger that you don't actually want, but they happen anyways because your words are so powerful. Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead, group number 3, and we're going to start with your tarot, and then I will roll the astro dice and pull some oracle cards for you after that, okay? So group number 3, spiritual gifts. We have the Knight of Presents. I'm hearing take inventory. You guys are very gifted in your ability to almost like spring cleaning. It's like, well, do I need this, or can I get rid of it? I also feel like you guys are very, very gifted in the ability to prioritize. Interesting. Let's continue here. We have the Four of Presents. Okay. And the King of Candles. There's that fire energy there. With the Four of Presents, this is really showing me that I feel like maybe there's some things that you're holding on to that you no longer need. I'm also really feeling like group number 3, you guys are very, very gifted in the ability to like sense energy in objects, right? So somebody may come in. Interesting. Some of you guys may do readings, but it's like somebody may come in with an object from their passed on loved one, or and you're very good at sensing the energy of that, as well as maybe even just touching things in your environment or in the world may really bring you a lot of messages as well. So there's a need to really be mindful of your sense of touch being very significant. Interesting. The King of Candles here, this talks about empowerment, confidence, courage, leadership. But overall, there's this very fiery kind of energy here where like you have the ability to banish and protect. I'm really seeing here you guys are very good at like cord cuttings and protection rituals. So there may be something here, group number 3, where you may be kind of being led to groups of people that need protection, whether it be physically or energetically or spiritually. And like there's a need maybe for you to recognize when you're being led to these different groups or these different people that your energy there is needed, because it's almost like your energy, the essence of your energy, is like a fiery wall of protection. Interesting. You may be very gifted at like severing energetic attachments, even like energetic attachments that are like from spirits or entities that are unknown. Wow. I do feel like also group number 3, you guys could be very gifted in reading auras. Oh, we also have here the 6 of Presents. So with that, I'm again getting that be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it energy. This reciprocation, this balancing of energies, of resources. You guys are kind of like an energetic scale. I feel like you are somebody who comes in and balances the scales just with your energy. It's not, I don't even feel like anything that you guys really try to do, but you maybe act as a catalyst for karmic balance in people's lives. You may feel like you've had a lot of karmic relationships or a lot of karmic interactions, or like you've dealt with a lot of karmic cycles, and a big part of this is because your energy is an activator for people's karmic balance, good and bad, okay? I always want to emphasize that karma is not always a negative thing. Very rarely, I feel, is it a negative thing, even though in the moment it may feel very negative. In the long run, we tend to learn that was something we needed. You know, getting burned by this person allowed us to align with this new person type energy. Interesting. You may find, group number 3, that you have people come into your life at different stages in your life, and maybe some of them stay for a long period of time, but you feel like maybe it's inevitable that people are going to go their separate ways eventually. There's going to be a fallout, there's going to be something, and a big part of that is kind of your inherent energy activators. Like you help people go through certain seasons and cycles in their life, and then you go your separate ways. Interesting. Let's go ahead, group number 3, and roll the astro dice to get a little bit more information here before we get into your oracle messages. So we have Aries here, which I'm not surprised, in the 12th house. You guys are spiritual. Ooh, you guys are spiritual warriors. You may find that you're very drawn to like the darker side of things, or the shadow. You may even consider yourself more of like a shadow warrior, but you guys are like spiritual defense. You are spiritual warriors. And that's why this kind of mediumship is coming through, as well as like this ability to really cut energetic spiritual attachments. I also feel like you guys help people move on from their past. You help bring people out of like the ghost of their past, right? Wow. That's awesome, group number 3. I love that. All right, so let's go ahead. You guys help people release attachments. You help them with their, I feel like with their south node. We have the south node symbol here, and I feel like the south node is the part of our life that we're meant to release, the things that we're meant to let go of in this lifetime. And you guys help people release like lifetimes of things. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some more cards here. Group number 3. You also help people find their own power, I feel like. To find their faith, to find what they believe in, but to find their power. You are a very empowering person, a very empowering soul. And you radiate that energy, and people feel very empowered after, encounters with you. We have dice divination. Interesting. You're being called to explore throwing dice for spell casting and divination. So these astro dice may be something that called to you. I will have them linked in the description box below for anybody who's interested. And we have spiritual adornment. You are being called to explore creating talismans, jewelry, and other spiritual pieces for enlightenment and protection. Yeah, you guys are very gifted in these, so you may find that you could be very successful in endeavors where you create protection charms, amulets, and spells and things like that, especially for other people. I do also feel like group number 3, a lot of your power is in your hands. You may find that you are very able to sense energy, feel energy with your hands, or even just with your physical body. You may have physical reactions to different types of energies. Interesting. Let's pull one more of these for group number 3. We have throwing bones. You are being called to explore bone casting to commune with the spirits of the elders and ancestors for messages of healing and wisdom. Yeah, there's definitely something here. About being able to sense the energy of objects, like I said earlier, and definitely throwing bones, dice, charms, maybe even tarot cards, like just something about kind of any kind of divination almost, with that includes you holding something and then kind of throwing it out. Interesting. Yeah, you guys are definitely have the, I think it's psychometry. I'm not sure what the name of it is, where you can hold an object and sense the energies and channel messages and things like that. through that, but that's very strong here, group number 3, and that may be something you want to explore if you never have. Let's go ahead and pull a couple last messages for group number 3, please. Okay, so we have the Tree of Life, true wisdom, and making good choices in life. You guys are very wise. You're very able to see the past, present, and future of almost every situation. I feel like you're able to see how this situation was created, how it's playing out now, and how it's going to unfold in the future due to patterns and just being able to read energies. We have on target, follow your ideal life path. And let's pull one more for group number 3. And we have the triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. I feel like that's kind of like that, joyfully learning the karmic cycles, right? I feel like you guys are very connected to that. Wow. All right, so this is what I'm seeing for my beautiful group number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel and helps to get these messages out to other people who may need to hear them. Consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.